I do this right? Oh, looks like it. Got some stuff happening here. Oh, it's working. It worked. Okay. It's been so long since I've done this. It seems like that's very delayed. So, bear with me, people. Bear with me. Can I, like, pause this? Can I hear myself? No? Okay. Now, how do I share the video? No, not that way. Right here. Share. Copy that. Go here. What do I do? Post. That's it. Give me 1 second and I'll get this started. Sorry about this delay. So I've gone live before, but normally when I go live I don't have to share all of the stuff. Let me share this on Facebook too. So while we're waiting, I figured I'd introduce myself for those who do not know. My name is Robert Johnson. It's the YouTube channel. I'm also known as the Preacher. I make music and stuff like that. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. But I do want to talk a little bit about myself before we dive into it. I am here to talk about the main thing is I have a depression disorder, a major depression disorder, anxiety issues and whatnot. I've been dealing with this for just over 12 years now, actually 13. And just when I thought things were getting better, unfortunately I'm into a position now where it's worse. So I thought it was being healed in a way, but no. For the past few months I've been doing a lot of research on this topic because I needed to. I needed to have awareness. I needed to have understanding, and it is the only way I can just try to figure out a lot of stuff in regards to this type of person. I've used the term in a song before, referring to the government, you know, controlling people. Some kind of narcissists are running our country anyways. And I didn't even know what the word meant. I just used it because it felt like it belonged there. So yeah, that's that. So anyways, with all the researching I did, I took a lot of notes, like a lot of notes, and there's a lot to talk about when it comes down to it. So I don't even know where to start. I don't know if I should talk about the 7 serious mental illnesses that empaths get from narcissistic abuse. You know, I think that's exactly where I want to start off, is talk about what can happen to you if you're empathic and you get abused by a narcissist. Uh-oh, 1 second. Please use the keyframe frequency of 4 seconds or less. Currently, keyframes are not being sent. How do I do that? Do I go here? No. I just gotta figure something out real quickly here. I'm sorry, folks. I haven't done this for a long time. I never did like stream with a different program. Okay, so stream output. Keyframe of 4 seconds or less. So let me change it. Let's go fast. Right? Does that sound right? I guess. Alright. Don't know if that's right or not, but that's what's happening. So hopefully that eliminated the message I just saw. No, error still there. Nothing I can do. Serious issue that needs attention. Well, it's a serious issue. I need to, like, what do I do? How do I change this? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, I really don't know how to change this or anything, so hopefully it's not that bad on your end. Something tells me it is. I really hope not. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything on how to change this at all. Uh-oh. Okay, that's fine. Let's close that. So I'm gonna continue going anyways. Hopefully it does sort of keep up. On this live, I really don't see. Like, I have it set to low latency, and if I hit that, it doesn't bring me to where I need to change it. So I don't know. Anyways. Seven serious mental illnesses that empaths get from narcissistic abuse. Okay, so I want to bring this up, like I said, because it's just fitting right this second, which it's not cool, right? Here we go. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna read a lot of stuff here. Bear with me while I do. One of the major contributing factors to severe mental illnesses is abuse. Aside from hereditary and pre-existing medical conditions, with this in mind, we can safely establish the notion that empaths may develop some serious mental illnesses due to narcissistic abuse committed to them by narcissists. Okay. People who are constantly abused by narcissists tend to believe a distorted version of reality, as they are constantly lied to and manipulated. They tend to be skeptical about everything and find it hard to trust others, as they've been conditioned to do so by their abuser. It has been scientifically proven that repeated and long-term abuse can damage not only memory but also thinking and learning ability. Narcissists are difficult people to deal with. Their errant beliefs lead to the dysfunctional and often abusive behaviors they show other people. When people get involved with narcissists, things can turn pretty bad for them. So, I've had trust issues for years, myself. And I've been dealing with a lot of stuff, basically because of people. In general, a lot of them are narcissists. COVID has turned a lot of people into narcissists. It's like a trend that's just picked up and developed, and it kind of sucks. But anyways, we're talking about 7 in total. Number 1 is a major depression disorder. Empaths who have been subjected to narcissistic abuse are more likely to be depressed, as narcissists prevent empaths from engaging in their interests, passions, or ambitions. Empaths will lose interest in almost everything. Narcissists are possessive people who isolate empaths in their delusional world because they want them for only themselves. They deprive empaths to have quality time with their loved ones and prevent them from doing the activities that they enjoy. Since they took away their emphasis on freedom and opportunities for self-development and success, it is undeniable that narcissists are incredibly insecure people. Empaths will experience heavy emotion exhaustion since narcissists have taken up all their time and energy, leading to depression. Due to narcissist victim blaming and denigrating techniques, empaths will feel worthless and guilty. Narcissists will also have a massive and destructive impact on empaths' decision-making and cognitive abilities. One of the biggest signs of major depressive disorder is when a person wants to die voluntarily or involuntarily. When empaths are experiencing the signs of depression, they should immediately consult a healthcare professional to determine whether or not their depression has gone severe. I am seeing counselors, two of them. I am on lots of meds now. My personal experience, I had an outlet which was making music. The preacher. Anything else on my wall you'll see is music making. All the videos that are coming out right now. Last time I recorded was like 2 years ago. I was pretty much made to feel like I'm not allowed to do it anymore, and that was my only outlet for releasing my feelings, and trying to make sense of it all. And unfortunately, this is what I've come to realize is I didn't do nothing wrong when I was doing what I was doing. I just didn't know what I was dealing with at the time, and unfortunately it is what it is. But we'll dive more into that in regards to if you want to make it work with someone who is a narcissist, or how to deal or cope with them. I'll get into that a little bit later. The most common thing people will say when you're dealing with a narcissist and you finally break up: enjoy your freedom, and don't let them suck you back in, because that's what they want to do. They want to suck the life out of you. So, but we'll get more into that. Now, number 2, obsessive compulsive disorder. Now, obsessive compulsive disorder is defined by the American Psychiatric Association as a disorder in which patients have repeated unwanted thoughts, ideas, or sensations, also known as obsessions, that cause them to feel driven to do something repetitively, also known as compulsions. Due to their narcissistic abuse from narcissists, empaths acquired an obsessive compulsive disorder. Empaths have begun to act in redundant ways due to fear fueled by the recurring visions of narcissists' angry faces and repeating sensations of physical injury inflicted on them by their abusers. Perhaps the empaths had these violent incidents printed on their thoughts during the instances of discarding, cursing, or physically harming them for causes such as the empath's failure to meet the narcissist's requirements. To better understand what it feels like to have an obsessive compulsive disorder, I'll give you a scenario concerning it. For example, when a narcissist orders empaths to clean the house, do the laundry, wash the dishes, or safeguard the house by locking the doors, empaths will often repeat such tasks. They will sweep the floors even if it's already shiny. They will frequently check the doors to see if they are indeed locked. Empaths behave in these ways because they are afraid of being severely punished if they fail to comply with the narcissist's command. Something I can relate to is basically I just always wanted to try to make them happy. I always I devoted myself to what do you want? What can I do for you? What can this? What's I'll touch base on that in a bit though. Empaths will start doubting their state of mind because they have conformed to the narcissist's manipulative words and incorporated them into their personalities. They are prone to believe the narcissist's definition of having hallucinations or being paranoid because they do not know how to filter words or emotions that should enter their minds and hearts. This is not impossible to happen for regular empaths, who are known to have fragile emotional boundaries and core identities. As a result, empaths' minds are altered because they allow the narcissist's inaccurate diagnosis of them to infiltrate their brains. As mental, emotional, and physical abuse have been tattooed on their minds and hearts, empaths tend to carry their fears, anxieties, and psychosis even when they physically separate themselves from their abusers. Empaths will often think about their abuser are stalking them and are out to get them, even when it's not indeed happening. See, one thing I was noticing myself is I'd be insulted in so many different ways, mentally just made to feel like shit, and I'd be like having a shower and just repeating to myself, "You're a piece of shit. You're a fucking loser," because she said it. So it's like, yeah, I'd sit there and just keep repeating it to myself, like trying to believe that it's true, and then I almost convinced myself that it was true. It's not good. That's that's not good. That's when things were just starting to go downhill. Number 6. Oh, we already that? No, I went too. Sorry, I went too fast. Or number 3, schizophrenia and other psychosis. Okay, so according to the World Health Organization, WHO, schizophrenia is a severe mental illness that affects 20 million individuals globally. Psychosis, including schizophrenia, is marked by abnormalities in thought, perception, emotions, language, sense of self, and behavior. 2 of the common psychotic experiences involve hallucinations, which means hearing, seeing, or feeling things that aren't there, and delusions. This means fixed false beliefs or suspicions firmly held even when evidence is contrary. People impacted by the illness may find it challenging to work or study regularly. Due to narcissists' constant manipulations, victim blaming, gaslighting, or brainwashing schemes, empaths may develop schizophrenia and other psychosis, as narcissists have twisted their minds by denying their reality and telling them that they are just hallucinating and being paranoid. This is one of the dangers of invalidating someone's thoughts and feelings, as it may lead to a serious mental illness. Empaths will start doubting their state of mind because they have conformed to the narcissist's manipulative words and incorporated them into their personalities. They are prone to believe the narcissist's definition of having hallucinations or being paranoid because they do not know how to filter words or emotions that should enter their minds and hearts. This is not impossible to happen for regular empaths who are known to have fragile emotional boundaries and core identities. As a result, empaths' minds are altered because they allow the narcissist's inaccurate diagnosis of them to infiltrate their brains. As mental... Whoa. Why do I feel like I read that? Okay, I think I scrolled down and saw that earlier. Okay, so that's... Oh, no. It's gonna suck. That's, that's the next one. So, what I want to do now is, that's number 3. So, we're going to go on to number 4, which I actually have to find. Give me 1 second. I actually did not put number 4 and 5 where they belong. So hold on a second. Instead of me going through my whole note here, I'm just going to go back to this other note. No, it's on my other notepad. Okay, 1 second. Ah, there you are. Okay, so I'm take this, collect it real quickly, give it to me, and copy. Okay, and bring you over to this notepad. And you belong right about here. Paste. Try to keep everything on the same page. Okay. No, don't do it twice. Oh, you butter. Alright, so number 4. Bipolar disorder. Now, before I read this, I will say that it's bipolar is like a hereditary thing. Like there's borderlines and stuff like that. So when you start seeing that the person you're with is like not who they used to be, like it's like they're slipping, and you're realizing that they're a narcissist. You start thinking like, are you bipolar? Like you have personality disorder, like stuff like that. And the moment you start calling that kind of stuff out, get ready for war. If you don't know what you're dealing with, you're gonna have problems. If you're prepared, like I wish I was, it can be managed. You're gonna lose your self-worth in it and whatnot, but what's more important, how you feel about yourself or how you feel about someone else? Ridiculous, right? But I'll be, like I said, with the notes I took, I'll be saying some stuff that you make that call yourself. Okay. Anyways, the bipolar disorder. According to the SMI Advisor, a clinic support system for serious mental illness, Bipolar disorder is a severe mental illness that causes a person's mood, energy, and ability to think correctly to fluctuate dramatically. Mania and depression are excessively high and low moods experienced by people who suffer from this condition. These moods are very different from most people's normal moods, and they're difficult to manage, impairing daily function. So, like extreme. There's your mania, and then you have your mate, your major. Like, so you're like the mania is like but the major is like and it's just, it flickers so fast. It's like when you get extremely happy. Oh my god! Like, I just did this, I just did that, I just did that. I forgot to do this though. Like, that's like an example. Like, it's so, well, day and night, like just hot and cold right in one shot. Is the best way to tell when you have a severe bipolar disorder. Empaths living under the same roof with a narcissist will most likely adapt to their abuser's unstable temperaments, changing swiftly even without valid reasons to justify their mood changes. These abusers can be the empath's spouses, parents, other relatives, etc. Since empaths are labeled as emotional sponges due to their capacity to absorb other people's emotions and different levels of energy in their environment, they are prone to being influenced by the negative feelings and the aura that the narcissists constantly give off. On a side note, I meant to do a video on auras and understanding them. I don't have to do that. Empaths will experience emotional changes from being lively to sorrowful, irritated or mad at someone or the world, due to an unreasonable anger and mood swings shown to them by narcissists. Empaths may develop a severe mental illness called bipolar disorder, consciously or unconsciously. Alright, so number 5, severe sleeping disorder. I take meds to help me sleep, and then I need meds to stop the nightmares, because I'm spiritually connected to this person. But we'll talk about that later too. As a result of anxiety, stress, and depression, empaths are more at risk of experiencing severe sleeping disorders. Empaths may become addicted to long periods of sleep or cannot sleep to such severe sleeping disorders. Empaths with major depressive disorder prefer to sleep all day and night. They have lost interest in their hobbies, passions, ambitions, and aspirations, leaving them despondent and exhausted in their lives. Some empaths may experience the opposite condition, known as sleeplessness or insomnia, defined by the Mayo Clinic's website as a frequent sleep problem that makes it difficult to fall asleep, stay asleep, or cause you to wake up too early and be unable to sleep again. When you wake up, you can still be exhausted. Insomnia can deplete your energy and attitude, health, work performance, overall quality of life. Some empaths are experiencing insomnia, which dramatically affects their mental and physical well-being. Empaths cannot get a good night's sleep due to their anxieties and stress, which cause them to overthink things and people, particularly the narcissists in their lives. The latter does not even bother to think about them, as the narcissists are only concerned about themselves. So, I have insomnia. It's fucking almost 2 o'clock in the morning where I am right now, and I'm trying to make the best use of my time. I slept last night, and that's what I always say. Oh, I slept last night. Sometimes it's true. Sometimes I'll get like 2 or 3 hours the night before. Sometimes I'll get 5 if I'm lucky. And that happens like every 3 or 4 days. It really depends. Number 6 is severe eating disorders. So, severe eating disorders are one of the serious mental illnesses that may affect empaths. When empaths cannot cope with their stress in other ways, they turn to stress eating. They find solace and pleasure in food that they overindulge, making them vulnerable to obesity and other health issues associated with excessive weight gain. Some empaths suffer from a lack of appetite and refuse to eat even when provided with their favorite food. Appetite loss can also be linked to other issues such as addiction and depression. So I ended up having to be scaled 4 times since July at the police station, and for my height, I'm like 6'1". For my height, my weight was down to 260 with all the stress, which is a dangerous low. Don't want to eat. My my mom, staying at my parents' house here. My mom has to yell up to me at dinner time like 3 or 4 times, like to convince me to come down and eat dinner. I don't do the breakfast thing. I don't do the lunch thing. Sometimes I'll like surprise myself. I'll go out for breakfast and like grab 2 sausage McMuffins, which ain't really healthy or anything, but like, just try to have a good day today, you know. And it's not as easy as people would think it is. But what do I know? Give me one check. I just want to check on something real quickly here. No? Okay, perfect. Number 7, severe anxiety disorders. Yep. Due to persistent mental abuse imposed on empaths by narcissists, they will acquire anxiety disorder. Gaslighting, guilt tripping, pressure, and threats are some of the examples of such mental abuse. When narcissists ask empaths to do something for them, empaths are worried that they won't be able to please them. They will wind up disappointing them, owing to their unreasonable demands, which empaths can't meet. Empaths are concerned that if they don't give a narcissist what they want, they will be cursed, subjected to ridiculous rants, and threatened with bodily damage. Narcissists are never pleased with what they have, and no matter how hard empaths try, narcissists' needs will never be met. In conclusion, those are 7 of the many possible mental severe illnesses empaths may acquire due to the narcissistic abuse. If you think you can relate to one of the signs surrounding these mental illnesses, please feel free to consult your trusted healthcare profession so that you'll receive the best treatment that you deserve. Do not be afraid to seek professional help. Break the stigmata. You're not crazy. You're just a byproduct of abuse who sustained mental and emotional wounds that, if treated properly, will go back to the best version of yourself. Take your time to heal. Our deepest empaths. I'm still healing. Like months later, I'm still healing. I'm trying. Because of a program I'm part of, I actually realize where I may have gone wrong, and it's kind of like, is it like a guilt trip thing from them, or am I really myself realizing that I changed, and that's probably where things started going downhill. I ended up turning into a workaholic like this past year, like a workaholic, and like I was working before, but not as bad as it was. But I was trying to provide for my family, right? Like I wasn't working for a long time for a reason. What was I going to tell you guys about? I reached out to the healthcare's professionals and all that, and set everything up because I was noticing that I was becoming beyond depressed and fighting thoughts all the time. Just what I've just endured for the past year straight has just been ridiculous. Like, I've never been so hurt in my whole life. It sucks. I can't believe people like that exist. The disappointing them, other people, when you're empathic, you just want to make people happy. You do want to make people happy. You do want to share their feelings, and everyone wants to feel happy. So it's kind of like, if you could do something to make them smile, it's that smile that's the pay. It's the inside happy joy feeling that you just want to have and share with them. It doesn't even matter if you created it, you know you did, but you don't care. You're happy that they're happy. That's empathic. That's like, you got nothing but love. And I used to walk by a tree, just look at the tree and say, thank you, you're beautiful, and just continue walking. See flowers and like just kind of stroke them and be like, grow, little one, grow. I used to talk to the nature. I used to want to walk around my bare feet on the grass. I dug up my backyard. It was all concrete, and I turned it into grass. I did that because I'm one with nature. I built a nursery, greenhouse 2 years ago, like just what I could afford to build, and I didn't even do no gardening this year. I got removed from my home anyway, so it's not like I could have tended to it, but it does make me wonder, like, work consumed me so much that I didn't do any of the things that I was doing. It's been 5 years since I thanked the tree, but I was doing property maintenance for a few years, so I was cutting grass. I was out in nature, but it's not the same. It's not. It's not the same as sticking your hand on the dirt or on like a living organism of nature and being able to cherish the blessing that you're able to do that. Right? So I'm trying to get back to my roots again. I'm native, First Nations and Six Nations, and excuse me. So this was gifted to me because mine is I can't get it. It's at home. It's at the home I plan on returning to. All my stuff is there, but I gotta wait for trial. But this was given to me. I'm part of a program, native program, and I was so thankful when they gave it to me because I told us this for so long. And lately, when I do anything, it was like an incense more than anything. Just light this up and make the house smell like sage, like just something nice, right? This is smudging. This is one thing this is what I do to feed my spirit. One of my spirits, a spirit from within. It's a big part of me, and when I was made to feel like I had to quit making music and quit like all the stuff I do, unfortunately that was one of the things. It was left upstairs. Normally I would smudge before I do recording, or smudge, like, you know, I'd do something. But anyways, okay, so like, so I'm labeling the description as a 5-parter on this thing. The reason being is I have so many notes, and I'm not going to read all of this right now. Okay, so that was only one, and that's the mental abuse. Okay. So let me go rifle all the way up to the top here. Okay. What the hell happened? How did narcissists get used? So here's some questions that were asked and answered. I am not a psychologist. I am not a psychiatrist. I am not a doctor. I am not certified in any way to be a counselor. I'm basically just somebody, a regular person, if you want to look at it like that, who just did a bunch of research. Because I've been, for a year straight almost, been called a narcissist out of nowhere. I was warned of signs that when someone starts doing that, this is like what a narcissist does. And like, I made this whole quick little video thing before, and it was put on my wall and it was deleted. And then all of a sudden the daughter magically puts it on the wall, who was supposed to be blocked. So it's kind of like, what the hell is this? So I looked into it, and as I'm reading each point for him, it's like, this is you. This isn't me. This is you. So, anywho, it was what it was. It is what it is, right? So we'll touch base on the how to tell that in a bit. But what I want to read is this question, which: how do narcissists get used to living with only one person in a long-term relationship? Very poorly. Starts out with high hopes, all sunshines and ponies. Then they realize the one partner can never fill the black hole in their psyche and make them happy forever. Then they get mad at the partner, seek out a new one, and start the hellish cycle all over again. It is always doomed for failure. once again, it sucks. It sucks because it sucks, right? There's nothing that you can really do about anything when it comes to this. It is what it is. So for the empaths out there and other people who are not empathic, why you are more powerful than the narcissist. Okay. So today I'm going to try to talk more about hopes and enlightenment for the most part. Okay, so narcissists create a lot of their own problems. They are their own worst enemies. And although they want to control, they keep giving away their power. The narcissist does not seem to realize that it is what they are doing. Not even the victims sometimes realize the powerful position that the narcissist has placed them in. Today, we are going to take a look at the powerful position that we are placed in by the narcissist, which in turn makes us more powerful than the narcissist. It has a lot to do with the fact that narcissists need people. They hate being alone. They cannot stand being in their own company with nothing to do. They need to be distracted from themselves, and that is why relationships are so important to them. In the mind of the narcissist, others exist not only to serve them, but to affirm them. They depend on us to confirm their delusions, their fake images, and personas. I'm going to explain how the narcissist uses us to confirm their false identity, because if they can convince us that they are kind, trustworthy, caring, etc., then that is what the narcissist is going to go on and believe about themselves, despite the fact that they are not being genuine. What others think and say about the narcissist is used to help shape their perception in themselves. Never do they look within the address what is truly inside. Okay, so so much to explain here. They prefer to operate from a place of deceit by pretending to be something that they are not and getting praised for it. But also, they convince themselves that they are who they pretend to be. That is why image is so important to the narcissist. That fake image is what opens so many doors and boosts their ego. It is also why their image is molded and tuned to match who they're surrounded by. Narcissists are good at showing people that they what they want to see and telling them what they want to hear, and it's because they're so needy for acceptance, attention, and praise. When you love a narcissist, hate a narcissist, or are afraid of them, all you do is make them feel relevant. You're providing them with the validation they need. You're allowing them to have an impact on your life. By doing that, you're granting a narcissist power over you. Because, as I always say, if a narcissist can control your emotions, then they can control you. But the ultimate power is still in your hands to change that. Because when you walk away from a narcissist, ignore the narcissist, abandon the narcissist, or just become emotionally detached, it breaks the narcissist. Now, I'll explain further why ignoring a narcissist is so powerful, and it is because the narcissist wants you to care. They want to know that you can that they can affect you in some way. So when you make it clear that they mean nothing to you, or you live as though they do not exist, it hurts them to the core. And it is because they rely on others to make them happy. They rely on others to help them boost their ego and feel better about themselves. This is why breaking our spirit and impacting our self-esteem is so important. Because if they can break us bad enough, we will not realize how much they really need us, or how important, powerful we really are. Right? Just a quick touch base. I'm so damaged right now. Oh, so much to read to understand this, but the narcissist gaslights us into thinking that we are less. Oh, let me double check. Is that someone writing on the video here? No, no chat. Okay, perfect. So what the hell is all that? Let me double check this. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Thank you. Alright. Alright, what was I saying? The narcissist gaslights us into thinking that we are less than they are when we are actually so much more. We have within us the ability to be happy in and ourselves. We have the ability to truly love ourselves for who we really are. We have the ability to address any shame, hurt, or fear inside of us, whereas the narcissist is not. They look outside to find what they need. They avoid self-reflection. They avoid their true selves, and that is why they look to others to make them happy. Now, when she started calling me a narcissist, I was told like, yo, she's probably already got another guy. And she's made comments that just made me think she's been having an affair. Going back like a while, she started insulting me badly, calling me a cheater and all this stuff in September last year. Never cheat on my wife. I'm not that type. She went for a month and a half just bashing me on social media. And she hacked all my stuff, went into it, and just history checked. History. And she went back like 10 years. And so she makes up this whole status about, you know what, I went into his phone, and I went and I looked and I blah, blah, blah. You know what I found? Nothing. He really was true to me. Yeah. She kept that up for like 3 days and then took it down. That broke my heart. You sat there for a month and a half bashing me every day, and you left all that up. But your apology you took down really quickly. And this was right after we had like the most intimate night too. Like it was literally the next day she pulled all this off, and it like I was so blown away. And it's like after about a month, you start getting numb. It's like, you know what, fucking, I'm sick of you treating me. I don't deserve to be treated like shit. It's so you start standing up for yourself. The moment you start standing up for yourself, it starts getting worse. So it's like whatever. But the moment they realize, oh shit, like he's like not fucking giving me a single, oh boy, what do I do here? What do I do here? They start backing down. But it's just a show. They have already planned out an escape and what to do in regards to moving on. They look to others to try and escape their shame and fear. They hate the fact that they need us more than we need them. So they try to make themselves as relevant as they possibly can. They will not stop at getting you just emotionally attached and dependent on them. If they can make you financially dependent on or dependent in any other way, they will. Because it's all about gaining control and feeling relevant. But at the same time, because they need us, to feel in control. They need us to serve them, validate them, appease them, or entertain them. We are the ones with the real power, and when we stop caring about them or walk away from them, the reality of the narcissist's powerlessness is revealed. To summarize, even if we are duped or manipulated into handing over our power to the narcissist, we can take it back. Whereas the narcissist constantly transfers power to those around them, and it is because they have no peace or happiness within them. So they have to look without. They have to rely on others to constantly entertain and distract them from themselves. As a result, the only one who fuel or feed the narcissist are the ones with the real power over the narcissist. But many times they do not realize it. We're also more powerful than narcissists because we can love ourselves, face our fears, and overcome shame. The narcissist is unable. Okay, like that's it. I hope you find this useful. Now, when I say I hope you find this useful, okay, I'm going to go back up for a second. They have to rely on others to constantly entertain and distract them from themselves. As a result, the one who fuel or feed the narcissist are the ones with the real power over the narcissist. Now, the reason I'm bringing that again is because the more you know what they want to feel control. If you're like madly in love with the person, give them control. If you like, it depends though. Like, you don't want to be treated like shit, right? When they start treating you like shit, that's a different story. Like, you need to let them go and move forward with your life. Those those are the dangerous ones. You don't want to deal with that shit. Let them go. But when they're actually good people, like somewhere in there you believe that there actually is a good person, because like they weren't always a narcissist, but they were. And you don't care about yourself as much. It's like you're being fed on, because it's like they feel worthlessness too, and they can see that in you. So it's kind of like chupacabra. They can sense it. They're going after you. You are the next victim. Sometimes being that victim, at least you're not going to be alone. Right? So if that's one of your problems, then you don't want that. But the thing is, like, I got so much love. I was very empathic. So when a person you love starts putting you down, it takes a toll on you, especially when it starts becoming constant and constant. And it's like, mentally, it starts to break you. I miss my family so much. Like, as much as I'm talking this right now, I miss them with all my heart. So, okay, I just wanted to put that out there. Okay, how do you deal with a narcissist who plays cruel games? That is a good one. Okay, I'll tell you how. Don't give in to them. The games are never ending, and your mental health is more important. Look into educating yourself about the manipulation tactic narcs use. Dealing with it can be confusing if you're unaware of what's happening. Also, consider going no contact. If it's someone you have kids with, live with, family, it may be harder to do, but baby steps are better than none. Okay? You don't have to take part on our narcissistic games. Best way to deal with a narcissist is to ignore them forever. Narcissists will play the games as long as you give them a response. Once you cut them off from your life, they can't do anything. Your response and reactions is fuel for them. And if you act like they don't exist, removing them out of your life can be such a blessing. Talk about that stuff later. I'm going to, you know what? Do this real quickly and do this real quickly. That's gone. Long-term relationships. How do narcissists get used to living with one person in a long-term relationship? Very poorly. Starts with high hopes. Yes, okay, I read that. Okay, so just so part two, I don't keep reading the same things. I'm gonna get rid of those. So that's negative, negative, negative. What is a narcissist's ulterior motive when they say I love you? When a narcissist says they love you, it's just for that moment because you fit into their idolized scenario of how that moment should look like. But when that moment passes, they are indifferent again. It means I love how you allow me to make you wrong. The narcissist is going to love manipulation, that they're able to hold you over you. They're going to love control they have over you. They're going to love how you fawn. They're going to love how you understand that you are subordinate to them. They know that you're going to feel. They know that you're going to feel wrong, and they love that because if they can make you wrong, they can remain better than you, at least in their head. They remain in control over you. You continue to be a form of a narcissistic supply. Right, so supplies is basically fuel. Okay, so if you're in a relationship with one, you are the fuel. 8 things a narcissist worries about every single day. No. No, we're not gonna talk about that one. How to Okay, so that's gonna be more towards the end. I'll be reading those ones. Okay, when will a narcissist leave you? They fake being caring, they fake empathy, and they would come across as someone who is really attuned to you, has their eyes on you, of course, in a predatory way. But in the moment, you would feel like they are really paying attention. They really want to get to know you. They really feel your pain. They could sometimes even cry. When you are crying, when none of those tears would be real, these are crocodile tears. And they know that if they shed some, they should be creating an unconscious rapport with you. So yeah, they're capable of crying, but it's not real. It's not real. They're not. They're things that like you would think as an empathic person, things that you would expect someone like to have better morals or something. They don't. They don't. And it's like you can sit there and think about like, but there was this one time, yeah, yeah, they acted that, but it can't be true. But it is. And it just hurts. It hurts more. If you're an empathic person, it's best not to get back with the narcissist. It really sucks. But there's a reason why I'm saying that. There's a note I took that explains why. Um, is this it? No, this might be it. That's a big read, so I might go back up to that one and call it the end of that right there. I don't know. The lessons. That's a big one too. 10 things. No, I don't like that one because it's. I got a lot of 10 things. And it sucks because when I read this and made my notes and everything, like there is a few times where like I'm just tearing up and just in such disbelief. Like I'm so glad I researched this, but it's already done its toll. It's I can get better. It's not gonna be easy. Like I already had trust issues, and now I just supposed to fall in love in February though, according to guides and blah 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 blah. Whatever. What else? Which one do I want to read? Maybe this one? Okay. If a narcissist knows you want nothing to do with them anymore because they went too far, will that make them want to contact you? Not looking for the specific answer here, but well, let's see here. Yes, they will want to contact you, despite their having gone too far or any other reason, because they quickly get bored with their new supply and you're always going to be on their back burner. If they get tired of a new supply or the new supply figures them out and leaves, they will pull all of their former supplies out of the bag and begin the process of love bombing all over again. Do not fall for it. And unless you go no contact and stay no contact forever, you will always be a game piece for them to use anytime they feel like it. This is their game. You'll never win a round of it. It's hard to do because they are always like spiders lurking in the dark corners, waiting for you to get within reach. But you must get away from them for good. It gets easier with time. It's easier said than done. Be in control. Be in control of your own heart and your mind. You must gain control of yours and stop the narc from inflicting any more damage onto you. Once you are away from them, you can start to make a list of all the bad things they did and said to you, and the way they made you feel about yourself, only to make them feel better about themselves. You'll quickly see how sick the relationship with them was. Please try to stay no contact and save yourself. Right? It's sad, but now when you have kids with them, it's a completely different story. You can't, right? Um, can you really hurt a narcissist like they hurt you? Of course you can. It's very easy, in fact. Even if you silently place boundaries, like unfriend them from Facebook, they get so damn pissed. Even after their repeated projections and tiresome entitlement. This is after you have been kind to them, mind you. They see kindness as weakness, so no surprises there. It's shocking how they never ever self-reflect. Once you catch on, know they are narcissists. They are even more compelled to repeat behavioral problems than the norm. Spot the patterns, know the person. Sometimes you have to be firm to be kind to yourself. The shocking part is they have a familiarity to pain. So they want you to treat them badly so they feel comfortable. The irony is they can only heal around safe, loving people, so it's horrible either way. Draw boundaries, you get shit. Be kind, you get shit. But you don't want to be nasty, so you won't. People still go defend them. Oh, have empathy for them. Excuse me. It's not that I don't want to, I cannot. It's actually pressuring to have to contain empathy. It's unnatural to me. It's stressful to spot them. I have to guard them to be a person of void and out of control person. Like they're in crazy la la land. They cannot see how disturbing they are, and frankly, I think things are easier for them. They can escape into their own delusion and think of themselves as superior. I swear, every ignorant person who goes, have empathy for them, have zero clue who they're dealing with. Had some flying monkeys, as some would say, who said this and they get burned, sang a whole new song right afterwards. Flying monkeys. That was thrown at me July 12th. I thought it was funny. Okay, empaths. Let's go back to you guys. Why not? You guys want to have a little fun here? Okay. 5 ways super empaths confuse narcissists. In today's topic, okay, we're talking about how super empaths confuse narcissists by offering the top 5 ways to make them that way. We all know that empaths are highly sensitive individuals who attract narcissists. A higher type of empath called super empaths is those individuals perceived as the narcissist's worst nightmare. So let me ask you, why are super empaths called to be the narcissist's worst nightmare? One of the clear answers is that super empaths could leave the narcissist confused and unable to react. How are super empaths doing it? What are the super empaths' methods to confuse a narcissist? If you're an empath who feels you might have a narcissist manipulating you, and you're wondering if you have what it takes to confuse them, keep listening. Because today's great psychological is it's, you know what? Let's just go on, shall we? Number 1, super empaths always say no to the narcissist. When a narcissist asks a super empath to do something, the super empath refuses by saying no. Narcissists think that people are easy to manipulate and dominate, while against super empaths, a narcissist attempts to manipulate ends up in frustration. Super empaths show narcissists that they are impossible to repress and control. Because of this, narcissists will end up struggling for ideas to succeed in manipulation. When narcissists find it hopeless, they will back away and find a new victim. I'm always being told, like, you gotta learn to start saying no to people. Because I'm a nice guy. I like to help everyone. So it's like, I don't have to say no to anyone. But maybe I should. Instead of being like a yes man, I should be like a no man. See what happens. Number 2, super empaths ignore the narcissist. Narcissists are people who ignore those that do not interest them. Super empaths play it right back at them. That way is effective in leaving a narcissist confused. Super empaths ignore and avoid anything that involves a narcissist. You might be asking, avoiding is similar to walking away. So are you saying that super empaths are letting the narcissist win? No. Don't get the wrong idea. Practicing avoidance is a convenient tool when dealing with toxic people. When you don't deal with toxic people such as narcissists, you'll have better and better days in the end. Thus, it's a win for you in my books. Additionally, when super empaths ignore a narcissist, it will create these questions in the narcissist's mind. Are you discarding me? What did I do to deserve this? Leaving a narcissist hesitant about what to do next. Right? It's kind of like, reversing the rules. Number 3, the super empath is not predictable. When you're not predictable, when you don't react, When you are formless, when you have a poker face, you keep the narcissist off balance. Super empaths don't show motives and intentions to the narcissist. They don't know their interests, and they don't give any clues. That's how a super empath confuses a narcissist. Now, the super empath does not give the narcissist negative attention. Like excited teenagers, our narcissists relish every attention. Positive attention is excellent for a narcissist, but negative attention is a trigger to hold someone accountable. Acceptance of being wrong is not in their vocabulary, it is an unhealthy part of their thinking. Super empaths knew that if they gave the narcissist negative attention, the narcissist would turn on them. So, how would the super empath respond? The super empath chooses to keep silent and does not react to the matter. This way, the narcissist will find it disturbing that the super empath is thinking. Number 5. Super empaths don't give the narcissist any solid emotional reactions. Narcissists are sharp to the victim's response. Whether it's a facial or verbal response, they analyze the reactions and respond accordingly to keep their control over the victim. Super empaths deal with it poker face. They play it calm and indifferent. Super empaths uses the poker face no matter how absurd or inappropriate the narcissist's behavior or lies. No reaction, no information, no opinion, no validation, no compliment, no criticism, nothing at all. It will give the impression that the super empath is unreadable. They will continue to observe, and guess what? The narcissist sees no advantage to being around the super empath, so they rarely extend offers unless they have to. This doesn't just confuse the narcissist, but it's game over. They'll conclude that super empaths are impossible to deal with. Focus on this. It's super empath is a direct family or a relationship with a narcissist. The super empath does not take accountability for the narcissist's emotions and actions. If a narcissist is pissed, then the super empath will let him be pissed. However, it rips the super empath's feelings from the inside out, but in the end, the narcissist will consider the super empaths unreadable. Questions like, do you care for me? Or do you not feel pity for me? Run through the narcissist's mind. Listen up, because we're not done yet. Here's a bonus that only applies if the super empath is already in a close relationship with a narcissist. Might be a relative, romantic partner, a close family member, maybe, but whatever. Here's bonus number 6. Because to me, I had to have that 6. Number 6, the super empath agrees to everything the narcissist says to the point of being ridiculous. I know what you're thinking. This is contradictory to everything mentioned earlier. Hold your horses. Listen up and hear this one, okay? Just hear me out. This unique scenario is related to those with close relationships with narcissists. When you hear two people having a conversation, you usually hear something saying, yeah, sure, or definitely, absolutely right, and of course. Using these words confirms that the other person is giving attention and supports the speaker to proceed without interfering with the flow of their story. Typically, the opposite person will expect an explanation of why the other agree or say more things about the subject. If a super empath is in a relationship with a narcissist, they will agree with whatever the narcissist says, but don't act the way they want. The super empath would respond simply, yeah, sure, but they don't commit to it, leaving the narcissist confused about the super empath's reply. You see, things will be a bit different if it involves love towards the other person, right? This is only for the super empath to avoid giving negative sentiments. This is for rare cases where a super empath is in a relationship with a narcissist, a close family or relative. As you can see, there's a lot of ways to throw a narcissist off and make them feel uncomfortable. It is draining and exhausting for super empaths to experience this. This is because super empaths also have an extreme sense of feeling and compassion towards other people. But also, it is unhealthy to deal with narcissists and continuously let them consume you as the supply. It can take a long time to heal from such involvement. If you're dealing with a narcissist, our only suggestion is to walk away and go with no contact if possible. Do. Come on. Up you go. Get up there. Oh, yeah, I'm going to do this, are you? Come on, faster. Oh boy. Slow-mo. My scroll's not working right this second. I'm gonna take this note out of here and get rid of that picture too. Alright, so that was your 5 ways that super empaths confuse a narcissist. Okay, I guess people that drive. Okay, so maybe that one. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we're gonna do this one. Well, let me check to see if there's anything written here. What just happened? No, not that one. This one? Oh, we hit an hour. We already hit an hour. Okay. How far down am I on this note? Jeez, I haven't even hit the halfway point. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna try to scroll through this real quickly, see if there's any smaller things I can say. Because, like I said, everything's in the tens. Rules of being with a narcissist. Be willing to always be second. Acknowledge the narcissist is always right. Be willing to be punished for things that you didn't know you did and probably didn't do. Love their drama. Believe double standards are fair. Never ask questions. Deny your own feelings and needs. A narcissist is someone who demands you give up your everything in order to be their nothing. Withholding. The narcissists purposely do not give us that, give us what they know we want, need, or desire. They play childish games of keep away so that we are always begging them to give us what we want or need. Okay. How to spot a narcissist. Love bombing, lies and cheating, excessive need for adoration, excessive needs for validation, smear campaign, controlling, silent smear campaign. That's what she's doing. That's, you know, smearing my name everywhere. Silent treatment, possessiveness, withholding, gaslighting, intimidates, inconsistent word salads, constant drama, creates confusion, financial abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, lacks empathy, emotionally unavailable. There's no remorse, no conscience, triangulation, lacks boundaries, violates boundaries, isolates you, disregards for others, not accountable, flying monkeys. Double standards, jealous, needs constant supply, obsessed with looks, obsessed with social media, stonewalling, crazy exes, hovers exes, futures faking, unhealed trauma, energy vampires, trauma bond, addicts, sex, drugs. Cycle of narcissist abuse is idolize, devalue, discard, hover. What are you really losing when you let go of a relationship with a narcissist? Walking on eggshells, being screamed at, insulted, and verbally abused, living in a constant fear and anxiety, no more silent treatment, no more giving constant and getting little to nothing in return, no more never feeling good enough, and no more gaslighting. No more chronic brain fog and confusion, no more chronic fatigue and depression, no more chronic stress, no more physical, mental, emotional, or psychological abuse, no more feelings of helplessness and hopelessness, and so much more. Narcissists will often accuse of things that they're doing. It's called narcissistic projection. Narcissists project their flaws to divert the attention on you. It's a way to escape accountability by bringing you into the picture. You'll be left defending yourself, and narcissists will escape. Narcissists use projection. It's just another way to manipulate their targets. Narcissists don't feel guilty. Narcissists do not feel shame, but only after they get caught. Right, so projection, a psychological defense mechanism where a person projects their own undesirable thoughts, feelings, or actions onto someone else in order to seek acquittal from their own conscience. An example, accusing a victim of cheating when the accuser is actually the one who's cheating. And it sucks because it just, like I said, the more research I did, the more like, I had to start taking these notes because I was so upset with half the shit that I saw. Like what I read and stuff, it's just it sucks. That's a small thing, but no. So here's other questions. I'm trying to keep everything in the same kind of categories right here, so I'm focusing on empaths right now. No, no, no. Is this the last one? Yeah, so I got like a lot of questions that have been answered that still need to be brought to the presentation here. Oh. Yeah, okay, I'll read this. Okay. Once again, this is one of the things that I'm currently dealing with, and it sucks. If you're deeply in love with a narcissist and can't get them out of your head, what do? Well, borderlines are easily intoxicated by fake and phony displays of affection. These were the treats they were given to keep them compliant as children. It's crucial borderlines wean themselves off their addiction to this toxic baby food. Remember, instead of all the cruel things a narcissist did, remember them with a volume down. Recall their petty, evil, nasty behavior. Bring to mind their betrayal, their malignancy, their cruelty. Remember their face, their actions, and your feelings of worthlessness. Remember the pain. You've hypnotized yourself to focus only on intoxicating displays of theatrical love and not on the bad actor. That's just so much to read. I just don't want to read the whole thing right now. It's possible. It is possible. Like where's my note? If you do love them, like I said, you pretty much got to give up your life. It's like what I just read 2 seconds ago. It's possible. It's almost like it's meant for. They're perfect for desperate people. But even then, like, hopefully the desperate person is not empathic because it will mentally fuck with you. You'll never really see how toxic someone is until you breathe fresher air. Now I say that because one way to really get them to notice you is start showing your success without them, because they just want to suck your life right out of you, right? So, okay, here's my note for the 7. So if that's that here, that means I'm almost at the end. Delete this big ass note, and my little cursor guy will get bigger. So I might be more than 5 episodes, seeing how it took me over an hour to get that much done, and how much I still have left to talk about. So I'm gonna have it broken down, touching base on a few things each day. The reason being is just to cause awareness out there of these people that exist, and yeah, it's like I said, it's kind of it's scary that like you put your heart out there for somebody and everything's just great, and you try to make things better because you see such a positive future, and it's like they change, right? Now sometimes drugs or alcohol become part of the change. The reason why it's like once the damage is done, it's like, okay, so are you a new narcissist, or is just this how you are? Because you start looking back and back and back. You start actually focusing on everything, and you realize these were tendencies back here too before this stuff became part of your life. So it's kind of like you've been acting this whole time. Like, uh, and what I don't get is like, you know, sometimes like you're getting told something like, I'm not an affectionate person. I don't do the automatic like, you don't want to cuddle and blah, yuck. Okay, yuck. But things that like I changed, I stopped doing because, you know, working too much and all that, is every night I'd put my hand on her face or her belly, and we'd fall asleep peacefully that way. That was amazing. Like that's one of the things that I truly miss, and I knew I had to start doing that again when it's too late. Um, Small things like that. It's like I let work consume me. I lost my nature ability, my love for nature and all that. So it's like my whole nurturing aspect of life slipped away. So I was just so tired from like working so much, and that's what I mean. Like, do I start blaming myself? No, no. The narcissist is going to try to convince me that everything else that I did was my fault, even though it wasn't. Even though half the things I had no idea what the hell she's talking about. She's making stuff up. Like this whole year has been nothing but lies out of her mouth, and it's like I'm a I'm a especially gifted person where you'll see that I'm staring off to the side here. Yeah, I'm not schizophrenic. I'm not bipolar. But it's like I have a projector right here that puts this like thing in front of me that I have like an imagination. I can see like I see detail of what I'm looking at. I see through it. I see the room I'm in and everything. People tell me things, and it's like I can imagine what they're talking about. But then there's times that what they're talking about, it's forming, but it's doing its own thing. That's how I know they're lying. Like clairvoyancy kind of kicks in and stuff like that. So it's just I have gifts. I wrote like 6 years worth of songs, well over 46. I'm actually up to closer to 50. Over 50 songs are written in the last 7 years, 8 years. The last 2 years I haven't wrote nothing. But a lot of things I wrote were parables, and it's kind of like when you start listening to the words, it's like, holy shit, he's talking about right now. Yeah, I know. I haven't recorded over 2 years. Had my significant other even jump on tracks and stuff with me. There's like certain songs, like I haven't shared the one yet called My Enemy. I gave her lyrics, but when you listen to the lyrics, you know that I'm the writer, and it's almost like it's almost like she's singing to the person in the mirror with this song, and it's because I wrote it, and all the stuff I was writing, and I'd go on my writing sprees, and like I can't even control myself when I start writing. I just start writing. A lot of the times it's when she upset me, and it's like, then I'll just go do this instead, and I'll just start writing whatever comes to mind. And I always thought I was writing about taking down the government, like you know, just that's why I kept going on. Like, this is my theme. This is what's going on here. Tell the truth and take down the government. Fuck that. Stand up for yourself. Be prepared for like shit to hit the fan. Get prepared for fucking doing jail time. Get prepared for like, you know. And then even the one song, "The Lonely Road." If you look up my videos here, I think it was 2016 or 17. I released it. There's a part of that whole song I start talking about, like, you know, the stuff like strangulation. About it. She was charging me with strangling her. Like, excuse me. Okay. Not exactly what happened there, but no problem. Sure, I'll spend, you know, some time in jail, locked up, and go fucking have a wonderful day at court just to prove I'm innocent, and we'll see what happens after all the charges get dropped. There will be a couple lawsuits that follow this. I've already like, oh boy, what a wonderful thing that's coming up. It all could have stopped. She had the power to stop it, but she just chose not to because she's too busy with her next new supply. I knew something was going on for a while. Like, I could sense it. Like, just the accusations that was happening with me and stuff. It sucks. It sucks. Like, I love this person with all my heart. I can forgive them. I can try. You can't help a narcissist. I can try my hardest to help. I can try to be more understanding. Like, you know what? I want to be there for my kids, and you don't want to be a mother anymore. You've already made that clear to me. So, how about you leave? Let me have my kids, and I'll take care of them. You say you always want, time to yourself. You always want to go out and do stuff, but whenever there's a babysitter or something there, you don't want to do it. Well, it's, well, because your boyfriend's not inviting you right now, or it's not on his terms. Like, you're not stupid. Basically, the moment you put me down on social media, you're looking for attention, and it sucks when you start seeing all the signs. Like, you gotta know when to walk away and run away. Now, like I said, I'm a fool. I take her back in a second, because I know where I went wrong for a couple things, and this is not me letting her get into my head. This is me understanding that I changed because I became a workaholic. I was making changes to undo it, but I was still trying to work on something for our future. Now I'm at a point where if I was at home, I'm there for my kids. Like, I just want to spend the day with my kids, teach them, talk to them. If it's just me and her there in the afternoon, waiting for the kids to get out of school. We used to play video games, like, fucking Call of Duty and stuff, and I'd be more than happy to do it again. Like, now that I'm not working, whatever, why not? I'd love to. So, but anyways, I'm gonna cut that there. Where do we go here? 1 hour, 11 minutes. Okay, so hopefully it recorded well without too much of an issue. Hour and a half. There's gonna be a few of these, and I look forward to getting through this whole note that I made. Alright, you guys take care. One love. Whoop whoop. And thanks for joining me here on Str8 Talk about narcissists. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye. Your stream will stop immediately and you will no longer be live. Okay.